Hello guys, welcome to Daddy Share Space, and today I'm coming to you with a very small unboxing. So here I have the Festool Reducing Sleeve D36 DMASCT for suction hose D36 for all tools with the D36 flange and cleaning accessories. It's item number 50670 and it runs at $30. So my question for you is, does this $30 accessory have a place in your shop? I picked this up online, on Amazon to be exact, and to be honest, I wasn't quite sure what exactly it did. I brought it into the shop, and let's go ahead and open it up and take a look at it so we can see what it looks like more closely. With the package open, you can see that we have 3 items here. So we've got this flange here, you've got these 3 components. This right here is a 36mm diameter orifice here, and it is perfect for working with specific Festool tools. One of those tools is the Festool 2200 router. If you look here at the back of the device, this 36mm diameter part will actually fit over this connection point, giving you the widest range of dust collection that you can have on this particular tool. By comparison, I have this 36mm diameter to 27mm diameter accessory here that fits inside of the Festool 2200. So what you're gonna have is a little bit of resistance or blockage right here, because this part is on the inside of the actual machine. So this right here, and you can look at the 2 orifices there, and you can see the difference in the diameters. We know how this thing fits. Now let's go look a little bit further into why there are 3 components. The 3 components, if you look here at this component here, it actually has a screw orientation, or like a nut on the inside of here, so that lets you know that it actually screws on to whatever it's going to go on to. This here has 2 click tabs on each side, so it locks in. And then if you look at this portion here, you have an opening here and an opening here. So that indicates to me that when you assemble this portion, right, you're going to put the sleeve inside like that, and then this portion here is going to lock it all in together so that it stays in. So that prevents the part from just falling out. Are these pieces of plastic worth $30 to you? It might be. Let's say you were like me many years ago and you saw videos on this particular tool, which is the Festool Domino. And let's say that you decided that you wanted to pick up a Festool Domino for yourself. Now, the problem is most fittings do not fit on this 27mm port right here on this particular tool. So basically, you're gonna have a problem. Let me show you an example of what I mean. So right here, I have a typical big box store hose. I believe this is the Rigid brand, and you can see the orifice here and how big it is. Now, there's another look at that hole. Now, when I take my domino and I try to connect it, as you can see, there's too much play. It's not gonna hold on there. It's not gonna hold on to the tool at all. So if you wanted to spend this $1,100 on this particular machine, you're going to need dust extraction for the machine. That's just a requirement for this particular device. It helps to protect the machine and the blades that you use with the machine. When I first purchased my domino, I did not buy a vacuum with it originally. And after spending so much money on a particular tool, I was like, you know what, I need to actually get the dust extractor. So I went out and I bought the dust extractor to, you know, basically protect the tool. Now, if you look at Festool's line of dust extractors, they're pretty expensive for what they are. They could go from, you know, $300 all the way up to $1,000. Right here on my right, I have the Festool. This is the CT48 auto clean, and it goes for about $1,000 at this time. Now, if you take a look at this particular hose right here, this is very similar to this hose here that I have. So as you can, if you look closely, you can see this orange hose comes in a couple of different sizes. You're going to take the narrower hose or the smaller hose, and right here I have it fitted with the DeWalt connector. I'm going to reverse thread this off, revealing the tip. Alright, so you take the hose again, you're going to thread this. First you're going to put the ring on, okay, then you're going to thread this portion on, and once you get it snug on there, you don't want to turn it too much, because if you turn it too much it'll just snap off. And then you're going to slide this sleeve over the top, and you're going to click this in. And what this does is it gives you a connection here, right? There's a little bit of play in it, but this gives me the ability with this particular rigid hose, I can now take my 2200 router and I can attach my rigid hose if I'd like. Alright? And I can use a regular rigid shop vac in that case, because on the other end, of course, this fits into the rigid vacuum. You can also use the connectors to go up to a 2.5 inch port if you wanted to, using this particular configuration. Now, you would require another component, that being the Festool Sleeve DC D3627AS, and this is for all CT vacuums. It's item number 768135, and it costs $33. This reduces the 36 millimeter to the 27 millimeter to accommodate tools like the Festool sander and also the domino. Here on the table I have the domino, and then I also have a Festool sander. I'll remove the bag, and you can see the ports on both devices are very similar, the 27 millimeter opening. So for these types of tools in the Festool line, you're going to need this particular component here. Let's go ahead and open it up. All right, so there you go. Right there, that's what it looks like. Brand new out of the box. And then you can now take your rigid hose, or any hose, it doesn't have to be rigid, but it's any hose like this, and you have this accessory which is $30 and another $33, and you place that on the inside there, and then that gives you the ability to attach to the Festool sanders, as you can see there. And also, if you want to make the investment on a Festool domino, you now have the ability to connect to the domino, and that can save you a great, this $66 set or combination of tools gives you the ability to avoid having to purchase a CT vacuum if it's not within your budget. If you want to splurge to get something like this, but you also are not really ready to get into the CT vacuum system that Festool offers. So I hope this was a helpful video. It just, you know, something that I discovered when I went online and I was picking up a bunch of Festool vacuum accessory parts. Again, you have two components. You have the Festool DCD 3627 AS for all CT vacuums, item number 768135. It's $33, and that is this component here. And then finally, you have the Festool reducing sleeve, and it's D36DM ASCT, and it's for the D36 suction hoses or D36 hoses and all the D36 accessories, which would include this Festool 2200 router. So Many Festool tools are pretty expensive. This router costs about $1,000. This is obviously over $1,000. And to keep your costs down, if you want to use, like, say, a $200 or $300 shop vac, you can get a hose like this and actually make your life, or make things quite a bit cheaper. So this is just another option that you have in your shop if you decide you want to go with some Festool tools. You can purchase these components for $33 and $30 respectively, and give yourself the opportunity to be able to connect to the Festool Capex, the Festool 2200 router, the Domino, and the Sanders. Alright guys, thanks for taking time to watch the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.